Hello everybody. Welcome to BhagavadGitaStudy channel and welcome back if you're already subscribed. Somebody was asking me in this channel about Sadhak Sanjivani and I had replied to them saying that I already had both the volumes. I wasn't able to do a video as I was traveling for holidays and whatnot. So I also apologize for the lighting. It gets dark quite early in the United States for winter, so this is all I could do. So I told them that I already had it, but I wasn't featuring it yet. So this came as a result of one of the lectures of Swami Sarvapriyananda, who quoted from I'm sorry, from Sadhak Sanjivani, one of the verses. I was so impressed by it that I wanted to check out the whole thing. Of course, this cannot be done. This is one volume. Look at the thickness of this, and there are two like this. This is done by Swami Ram Sukdas from Gita Press, and I also have other books of Swami Ram Sukdas. Excellent Swami who has written so much bhakti literature. If you are into bhakti yoga, definitely check out Gita Press's Swami Ram Sukdas books. I even bought some of the books for my daughter. He has some children books also. So this comes in 2 volumes, as I said, and as any Gita Press book, it comes with nice pictures in the beginning. And what is so unique about this book is that the way that this is structured. I wanted to show you some of the things that I actually enjoyed while I was studying a few verses. Again, this is not my everyday study. This is not the one that I'm deep diving on. This is the version that I'm using for my deep dive. If you look at this is in 3 volumes. I always keep promoting this for a reason. This is one of my favorites because Swami Ranganathananda's purport is just so close to heart. It's like it's just like what it says. It's in the light of modern thought and modern needs. Some of the things that run in our mind with the lifestyle that we have, he has touched upon. So this is what I'm using for my deep dive. My everyday study is this. This is not my everyday study. My study pattern is that this is my main book, main purport, with which I will play Swami Sarvapriyananda's video, take notes, and when he mentions Madhusudan Saraswati or Swami Gambhirananda Shankara's interpretation or Swami Ram Sukdas, I would just jump and just look at it and take what I can from those versions. So that's why I own so many versions, because I jump from here and there and here and there as and when I encounter Swami Sarvapriyananda mentioning those. Now if you look at this, the structure of, as I told you, there are pictures. I like that. And the structure of how Swami Ram Sukdas gets into the verses is so close to the pattern that I follow with my study. So he takes one line and he talks about it, and then the next line he breaks it down. Sishyasteham Shadhi Mam Tuam Prapannam. So he breaks it down. Advantages: you have the Sanskrit and the Sanskrit version of the English. Just the meaning. There is no word by word meaning, but you don't need it. In this case, he breaks those sentences down and he gives a good explanation of everything. And then he even summarizes in many places like this. In this verse, there are 4 points spoken by Arjuna which need attention. So this, if you are a person who wants to do a deep dive study, like this is a study guide. That's what I came to say. If you're just reading Gita, you're a beginner, there are certain books that I can recommend. So Swami Nikhilananda, I think it's just the beginning version, just the English version, English meanings. I had to go and pick this up. It's Swami Nikhilananda's. This is a good beginner book. If you see, this has nothing, no Sanskrit, nothing. It just goes on like this. The Lord said, "He who does the work he ought to do and does not seek its fruit, he is a sannyasi and he is a yogi. Not he who does no work and maintains no sacred fire." So this is something that this is where I began. I used to have a smaller version of this. That was my grandfather's copy. It used to be like a pocket version. This is where you begin if you are a beginner. But if you wanted to halt on each verse and do a complete study, contemplate, take years, and you don't have a goal or anything, this is a very good book. I have done certain verses in here. As I told you, this is not my everyday study. Like here, Antavantai me deha. So in this one, he also breaks down the verse in several parts, and then he says an exceptional fact. Wherever he needs to point out some things that actually you will take away. Like in my studies, I always say key takeaways. 4 best points that I can see here, or 4 practical applications, or 4 objectives that Lord has put forth, and things like that, 4 or 5 or whatever your eyes can see, because this is something that is for life. The first time you would probably have 4, and the next time you read it, you'll have 400 things to notice. That is Gita Amrita. She is Advaita Amrita Varshini. She keeps on raining on you. So the jnana is just unending. The bhakti is just unending. So if you want to enjoy Gita that way, this is a very good book where you can buy this and just take verse by verse by verse, very slow, and then even go just one line. Karpanya dosho upahata swabhava prichamitvam dharma sammuda cheta, just that one day, and things like that. So this isn't, as I told you, my everyday study, so you don't see all sorts of marks and highlights everywhere. I only jump to verses that just were mentioned in one of my study materials, and I just go dive deep into it. This is the volume 1, which contains chapters 1 through 6, and the second volume has the rest of the chapters. No, it is I'm sorry, I go back. It is up to 8th chapter. Let's look. 5th chapter and 6th chapter, 7th and 8th, and the rest of the chapters form volume 2. And the volume 2 also has pictures. These are, I think, Gita Press standard pictures. I've seen them on Tattva Vivechani also. Not all of them, but some of them. These are standard pictures, and I really love these pictures. Of course, I can keep looking at them forever. So this is a very good book that you can invest on. Just like one of those people who commented on my video said, this is a good book, even better than Tattva Vivechani. That's what they had said, that if somebody needed to begin, they can begin here. For me, I differ in that because this is quite detailed. I've seen that some people that have never read Gita, if you were to give them this, they'd probably just get overwhelmed with the amount of content and the way it is given. So they may run away from it. I've had that happen too. So I typically recommend somebody that's just starting out Gita on something like this, and then slowly move on to Tattva Vivechani, and come to Sadhak Sanjivani. But you never know what resonates with you. This is a good book if you want to deep dive and study and take it slowly, go word by word, verse by verse. This is something that's an extremely useful, very actually the style in which the purport is very simple. It's not having all sorts of technical terms. It's very simple. It's full of bhakti. It's again, Swami Ram Suktas is a Vishishtadvaitin. If you are into such philosophies, it's not Shankaras, but rather it's more towards Vishishtadvaita and bhakti oriented purports right here. So hope you enjoyed this video, and consider subscribing, and I'll meet you with another video very soon. Bye bye.